Nations England leg tournament. Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I'm an amputee, lower leg amputee. I used to play quite a reasonable standard of badminton as a junior and through my early adult life. I had an accident 3 years ago. Tried to save my leg for 2 years. Decided on the amputation last year, July, so I've been an amputee for about 10 months.
Okay, so currently you are playing singles or doubles, or just only singles?
Singles and doubles. I'd love to play mixed actually. I quite enjoy mixed. It's probably stronger at mixed than singles anyway. But we haven't got enough females.
So as a disabled badminton player, how do you generally manage your day?
It takes a lot of preparation. Just being an amputee, not just the badminton, but doing any kind of activity or sport, or just working on, I'm at work full time as well. With something like a prosthetic leg, if you feel that you're a bit sore, there's no kind of, I'll carry on for a bit longer, because you'll just ruin yourself for the next few days. So you've got to adapt something, change something, or just stop and say that's enough. And so that's the drawback.
And what do you think of the level of badminton play for the disabled players here?
I was really surprised, actually, because I could tell without it being a Paralympic sport, and therefore there's not as much funding and awareness and everything else, I didn't expect there to be much of a standard of play here. But I just played Dan in my group in the semis. He beat me in Scotland. I've beaten him today. That's I think a sign of me getting fitter and stronger and getting used to it. And Bruno and Anthony, great semi-finals. So we're meeting those guys, and we're all roughly the same kind of level.
So if you're looking for funding, what kind of message would you like to get to potential sponsors?
I think the fact is you've got people here that are really actually dedicated. These guys are already off their own back and funding training for it. Bruno and Dan are getting personal coaching from Tom Chewy. People are prepared to play. We've all of the guys I mentioned, my partner and I, Steve, badminton partner, Scott and Will are coming, Dan and Bruno and Anthony, we're all going to Germany, playing in June in the European Championships. And there's people that are prepared to pay their own money and do it, but that's one thing, playing in Europe, but the next step is the World Championships in South America. Now, there's nobody going. I think Anthony's going because he's involved within the World Badminton Federation. He's on the committee, but the rest of us, I don't think we'll all go. We can't afford to go that far and play, and it's a real shame for the sport that so many of us love so much. You can see the participation today. There's loads of people playing. They all love it. But you ask somebody to go and pay and go and travel to South America and represent their country, you can't afford to keep doing that sort of thing all the time, and that's a shame. If I went and tried to be a long-distance runner tomorrow, I'm so far behind an able-bodied person already, it's really tough. But on a badminton court, all right, my movement's not as good, but then you develop other things, and there's lots of other things that can make you good with touch play and skill and tactics and everything else. So it's a fantastic sport for both able-bodied people and disabled people to mix in together. So I think that's
okay. That's great, Bobby. Okay, thank you very much.